With Altma descending of the skies and next stage blasting to the future, we've got the flowery princess emerging from the forest, and this time she is bringing some heat. And also a lot of other new interesting exciting news, as we've got a glimpse of the sets that are proceeding after the next stage. Stand up! Vanguard! Hey Cardfighters, welcome back to another very exciting Cardfight update, as today we've got the final big reveal of the next stage extra booster set, as today we've got the VR for Neo Nectar with Dream Spinning Ranunculus Ahsha. But besides that, Bushrod also throw in a curveball, as they decided to showcase the new artwork of the VRs for the next set after the next stage. And these are some pretty exciting reveals that we got. And on top of all that, we've got some new information concerning the new SP clan packs that are gonna be probably a new staple for the upcoming sets onwards. But before we dive into all those little details, let's start off with the newer card reveals that we got for Neo Nectar, as today we've got two brand new reveals for the clan. One is of course the new VR, and we also got an interesting double R that is surprisingly, to say the least, as which unit is returning. So we start off with the new double R grade 2 that we've got, and it's none other than Osmanthus Maiden Anelma, and her abilities are Auto Vanguard of Record Circle. When placed, costs counter +1 and soul +1, draw a card, and call plant token to the rearguard circle. So yet again another plant token generator, only this is a little bit different, as she also allows you to draw a card. That is a lot of value in a single card, as usually you either have a draw or you have a plant token generation, but this time you have both in one single skill that works as well as Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle. Is it gonna be worth it to run it over other plant token generators, as we've got Pansy Musketeer Sylvia that can basically do the same but for free, only you don't pay the counter blast and soul blast for the draw. So you could say, is the counter blast and soul blast worth it to have the extra draw? You could say in some scenarios yes, because the counter blast is worth the draw, and the soul is in some regards worth the token generation, as some cards create a token for a soul blast. And also keep in mind, you're getting two different skills in one package, so usually that tends to be a little bit more expensive. So I think it's a solid skill overall to have access to your specific builds if you want to have another token generation as well as a draw engine. But it doesn't stop here, as she has another ability that makes her quite useful in a whole plethora of playstyles, as her second ability is Continuous Rearguard Circle. If you have a rearguard on your rearguard circle with the same card name as your grade 3 or greater Vanguard, all of your units get boost. So basically, do you have a Vanguard and another copy of your Vanguard, or a unit with the same name as your Vanguard, all of units on the board get boost. Sure, it's only for grade 3 and onwards, so it's mid-range, not early game, but in a clan as Neo Nectar that can have a lot of strong units onto the board, this is actually pretty valid and can be very strong in a whole plethora of ranges of decks. Of course, the main thing that comes to mind is Ahsha with her new Ahsha Flower Fairy token, where the token has the same name as the Vanguard. So just having Ahsha and her token onto the board, you can fulfill this condition and all of your units get boost, turning herself into a 10k booster for whatever you want. It can be behind the Vanguard, making a pretty good column, as if you have the trial deck Ahsha and her, that's already a 33k attack with the extra 10k that you're getting from the Ahsha. And with a Force, that's a 43k attack on. But you can take this to a whole lot of other extremes, as this could also be used in Ouroboros Dragon, as Ouroboros Dragon tend to call multiple cards to the field, and in some cases you call another Ouroboros Dragon to the rearguard circle, so you can fulfill this condition quite easily. And that deck tends to have a lot of strong beaters, and if you could move those beaters to the back row and allows them to boost as well, that can really help with your Boros strategy, where you just want to beat with high numbers, and at the same time you can keep your plant tokens in the front row so you can use them as interceptors. So basically you're killing two birds with one stone while using this card. So that's also a very effective card. And this could also work in the Musketeer engine, as the Musketeers just want to call a lot of other cards, but at the same time, they sometimes run into awkward situations where they're calling grade 2s and grade 3s, multiples to the field, having some dead cards in the back row that cannot do anything. With a Nelma on the field, those grade 3s and grade 2s suddenly can also boost, making all your superior call effects and your chain abilities a lot more consistent, as no matter what you're going to call, you're going to get value out of those cards. So it could help all types of Neo Nectar strategies, as the condition of having a unit with the same name as your Vanguard isn't actually all that hard to do with all kinds of superior calls or strategies that already exist in Neo Nectar. But speaking of Ahsha, let's take a look at the brand new VR and the new main grade 3, and it's probably going to be the main pivotal point of determining how strong Ahsha's new playstyle is going to be, as we have this new VR that is Dream Spinning Ranunculus Ahsha. And Ahsha's ability is continuous Vanguard Circle. During your turn, if you have 2 or more units with Ahsha in its card name, this unit gets power plus 10k. If you have 3 or more, it's get critical plus 1. So if you have this and either another copy of her, maybe 2 copies of her, or the trial deck Ahsha as well, as it doesn't matter what Ahsha you have on the field, you will have a 33k unit with 2 crits, and that's with Force 1 in mind, as that's the most logical choice with the new strategy. That's actually pretty good, as it doesn't require you to have anything in soul. So this could be your first Vanguard right target. So you could ride into this thing and call a trial deck Ahsha to the rearguard circle, and you can basically have already a 33k unit onto the Vanguard circle, and the trial deck Ahsha can also use her ability on the rearguard circle, turning her into a 23k unit with a 5k booster behind it, and you can also have a 5k booster behind your Vanguard. And that's pretty solid as a turn 3 play. But it doesn't stop there, as per what I predicted, the new Ahsha VR will also create this Ahsha Flower Fairy token, as her second ability is Act on Vanguard Circle once per turn, cost Soulless 1, and retire 2 rear guards, and call a Ahsha's Flower Fairy token to the rearguard circle. So basically you can use her superior call ability to create the Ahsha Flower Fairy token. Then with her continuous skill, you will automatically get 10k power onto the Vanguard circle, as you have 2 units onto the board with Ahsha. And if you call either herself for the second time, or you call the trial deck Ahsha to the field, then you will immediately have a crit. And on your first grade 3 turn, you can have a 33k Vanguard with a crit, and at the same time create an Ahsha's Flower Fairy token, which will also have 33k with a crit, without calculating any triggers in comparison. And if we call the trial deck grade 3 Ahsha, then that Ahsha most likely will have 23k power, so you have 3 very strong attacks. And interesting enough, this creation of the Ahsha Flower Fairy token will cost you 1 less rear guard, so you basically sacrifice 1 less token, but you trade it off for a Soul Blast. And actually that is the exact same value of 3 units, because most of your token generation in the new support creates a token for a Soul Blast. So you're basically not using a different card, and you immediately use it within this skill. That's actually pretty nice, as it allows you to play with less cards to still fulfill to do your combos. But if you combine this Ahsha with the trial deck grade 3 Ahsha, then basically for a Counter Blast and a Soul Blast, you can create a 23k rearguard column, a 33k Vanguard column with a crit, and a yet another 33k column with a crit. And 2 of those columns can still be boosted, and that's without extra crits or drive checks in consideration. That's actually pretty damn solid for a turn 3 play. So this new Ahsha fixes a big problem of the previous Ahsha build with the Flower Fairy token, as it was strong. You could create very solid numbers and a lot of power, but without the extra criticals and without potential crits you drive check, those numbers really weren't all that scary. Now with Dream Spinning Ranunculus Ahsha, with naturally getting that crit, that's a whole different story. And attaining that crit isn't all that hard, as with her own skill, you will always basically attain the extra 10k, because you can have 2 units with Ahsha in the name. Just calling another Ahsha to the field, and it can either be herself, but ideally the trial deck grade 3, then you fulfill the entire condition, and you can do that on the first grade 3 turn. So yeah, I think this is a very solid boss unit for the new deck. It will work perfectly with the grade 3 from the trial deck. You can also try to experiment without playing that Ahsha and using other grade 3s in the mix, as we have a very solid triple R grade 3 that is Ines, that's Cornflower Maiden Ines, that can be an insane booster And I'm saying booster because we can then combine it with a Nelba that can turn it into a booster. So there are a lot of interesting plays that we can do with Ahsha and all the support cards for Neo Nectar, but we still have some cards left to be revealed, so who knows how far this deck actually is going to go. But it wasn't the only reveals that we got for this particular set, as we already knew that we're going to get SP clan packs, and they revealed which cards are going to be in the SP clan pack with their latest commercial, and the only image that's important for us is this one. And as we can see here, is that the new SP clan packs are gonna be completely borderless cards, and these are my favorite type of SPs as it really showcases the art. So yeah, these cards probably gonna be expensive. But of course, you're curious of which cards are going to be in this new SP clan pack. And from this image, we can 100% completely deduce which cards are going to be in that, as we have, of course, the new VR. It will also contain the Grade 3 of the trial deck. Then we also have the new Stridefather Grade 1. And besides that, we also see the starter from the trial deck, the new Sentinel Crit Trigger. Also, the new heal will be in it, so for Gear Chronicle players, Uluru will be probably one of the most expensive one. But interesting enough, all of them will get a shield ticket SP. And this is interesting, because you would then assume they're all gonna attain the same SP shield ticket. But I don't think that that's the case, because they revealed beforehand that we're going to get 21 new SPs. And if all of those shield tickets will be the same, you will assume that they wouldn't have said 21 SPs, but they would at least have said 19 SP. But because that's not the case, I think there is something unique to the SPs, that maybe the clan icon is on the shield ticket, or maybe some of the symbol of the unit like Alma of Kronenjet and Ahsha is on that shield ticket in some way. But so far there's not 100% confirmation that that's the case, but that's my speculation, as they revealed that they're gonna be introducing 21 new SPs with the SP packs, and all SP packs containing a shield ticket. Lets me to believe that there is some uniqueness to these shield tickets than just outright being identical with a different number attached to them from which SP pack they came. And that's basically all the news that we got for the Next Stage Extra Booster set, and we're starting to wind down with all the reveals, as most of the exciting stuff is already revealed. With that said, Bushiroad decided to start diving into the next set that comes afterward, and that's finally a big set, so not extra booster but a main booster, that contains support for Link Joker, Kagero, Oracle Think Tank, and Dimension Police. And they decided to reveal the rarity split as well as the artwork for the new VRs. And as you can see right here, we're going to get Alter Ego Messiah and Dragon Ink Overlord the Cross as new VRs. But in the picture, we can also see that this set is going to contain 33 new SPs. That's big, and that's basically SP clan packs, just like we've seen with the Tri-Freak set. So SP clan packs are gonna make a return with this new G-Era set, so I'm very excited for that, as that's a lot of bling bling to collect for every bling bling player out there. But we'll also see 5 new VRs, 11 triple Rs, 12 double Rs, 18 rares, and 43 commons. Also, this set will contain 89 cards, from which 81 are new and 8 are gonna be reprints of this set. Now back to the 5 VRs that I was hinting before, as the other VRs that are gonna be in this set are gonna be a brand new Dragonic Blade Master, as this is not Titan, this is not Koen, this unit is named Soen, which is translated to Twin Blade. But also, we see Cosmic Hero Grandgallop returning to the battlefields for Dimension Police. And the one that's now with the non-printing cards, where we aren't seeing the artwork, is already confirmed that that's Susanoo for Oracle Think Tank. So this completely confirms that all the G-Era boss units are gonna return as VRs in the new set, which basically is somewhat confirming that Harry, Night Rose, and all the other cards for the upcoming sets will also return. But what's odd here is that these are the new VRs, but these aren't the Stride G units of the respective Grade 3 counterparts. These are the Grade 3s, at least not for Blade Master, it's a different version, but for Grandgallop, Susanoo, and for Messiah, this is the case. So are we going to get the Grade 4s in a different set? Are we going to get them as triple Rs? Aren't we going to get them even for these new clans? This is odd and interesting at the same time, as that could mean that only the Tri-Freak clans are gonna contain this Pseudo, we have the grade 3 because of the trial deck, and then also the VR stride unit because it's dry free and it's an interesting concept for those specific clans. Or could it be that we maybe get the G unit versions next year or something, or the next support wave, so they can stretch out the G era support on a broader scale than just in one singular wave? But that's basically all speculation. For now, we've got some very exciting and hype news reveals for the upcoming reveal sets, as this confirms a lot of things that we have been dreaming of, that basically G era is a thing in standard right now. And it's an exciting time to be alive, because with Dragon Blade Master and Overlord the Cross returning, as well as Grandgallop, Susanoo, and the new Messiah, this could be very exciting, because afterwards we probably have Harry, Night Rose, and all that awesome stuff. Shaharat could also return. So yeah, this is gonna be very exciting. And now I want to know in the comments down below what you guys think of these new confirmation reveals for the new set, as well as the reveal for Ahsha, as honestly, Dream Spinning Ranunculus Ahsha looks pretty awesome and has a lot of potential to be a very aggressive tempo playstyle that could overwhelm a lot of players. So let me know in the comments down below all your thoughts and opinions about these new reveals that we got today, as today was a very exciting one. As always, this video has been brought to you by our lovely patrons over at Vanguard Insider. You guys are amazing. If you want to support the channel or everything that's happening on the channel, then head over to patreon.com/Vanguard Insider and become a Patreon today. But as always, guys, I'm Mr. Time Leap, and I see you guys in the next one!